I want us as a professional law enforcement agency to do the right thing. And when possible, that is absolutely using less than deadly force.
Every year, 1,000 people die in police shootings. Most will be considered justified. Some will become controversial. Just last month, a Kansas City police detective was found guilty of involuntary manslaughter in a police shooting. But what if there was another option? A new non-lethal weapon will soon be tested by the Johnson County Sheriff's Office. It's something you can buy too. Here's investigative reporter Angie Raccono.
I don't want deadly force to be the first thing we go to. Nobody wants that. Nobody on either side of that wants that to happen.
It's called the Ungun.
Take the safety off.
It sure looks like a gun.
You just click the magazine in.
But there are no bullets. You launch round plastic projectiles or balls full of pepper and tear gas. It's called Byrna, and the company has numerous videos demonstrating how it works.
Once the trigger is pulled, it simultaneously pierces the cartridge and fires the first round.
How awful a person feels when they are shot.
Oh, it sucks.
It's being marketed to civilians and police departments across the country.
Young lady, come to me.
Byrna claims accuracy from 60 feet away.
During the demo, they showed deploying it against a cell wall or in a background behind somebody. It would still have an effect on that person.
Major John Lafferty is with the Johnson County Sheriff's Department.
We purchased maybe 4 to 6 of these.
Byrnas will soon be field tested inside the detention center. If it works as advertised, maybe patrols.
It's kind of intuitive. It looks like a gun. It operates like a gun.
Lafferty cautions practical use is different from demonstrations. But he's completely sold on giving officers another tool, something non-lethal or less lethal.
If my kid was involved with something, I would want the police agency to be reasonable in their application. And it's just the right thing to do that you would have another option than a firearm.
It's no surprise Byrna is becoming a law enforcement tool in the Kansas City metro area. We learned Kansas City is one of 5 target markets for the company. Here are the other 4: Chicago, San Diego, Atlanta, and the drive between Los Angeles to Las Vegas. While Byrna was originally designed for law enforcement, the real sales are now with consumers. Travel around Kansas City, and you'll notice billboards which boast no background checks, no permits required, interstate travel friendly. Byrna's own website cautions their nerve tear gas projectiles are restricted in New York, Wisconsin, Michigan, and California. And they don't ship any projectiles or launchers to several states and cities, including Washington, D.C. and Hawaii. But there are no restrictions in Missouri or Kansas. Just click and buy. But this looks like a gun.
Oh, that was intentional.
You all right?
Is this a gun?
This is not a gun. In fact, we call it the Ungun.
You can buy basic black or other colors. The Johnson County Sheriff's Office chose orange. Byrna's CEO was more than happy to discuss year-to-year sales, which have more than doubled.
Just on Friday, Black Friday, we had almost 1,000 orders.
His pitch is simple. You don't have to worry about killing a person by launching a projectile.
And it will incapacitate someone. They will stop. And that's what you need. You need a pause so that you can get away.
Frontier Justice sells Byrnas as another non-lethal option. One thing that did catch my eye is where it's like no background checks, no permit, no nothing, and you have something that can incapacitate somebody, and it looks like a gun. I know they say it's not a gun.
But you know, I could take a hammer and incapacitate someone.
The owner points out sprays can be affected by wind. Tasers have one shot. This is a tool everyone over 18 can legally buy, even felons, and there's no recoil.
This is a great alternative for men and women who either can't own a firearm or just don't want to for some reason. They still have the same protective ability that a firearm gives you.
Byrnas have been demoed to several sheriff's departments in the Kansas City area. So far, only the Johnson County Sheriff's Office has made a purchase and agreed to discuss it.
When I came in here, obviously you guys have a sign outside that I can't bring a firearm in.
Yes, thank you.
Can I bring a Byrna in?
You could bring a Byrna in, and I would just, my caution is always, with a tool, with your freedom comes responsibility.
There are no orange tips on Byrnas. The company says that's because it's not a toy. We discussed Byrna with the KCPD. They warned officers assume any fake guns or non-lethal guns are real unless they are clearly marked with orange tips. But remember, the company says it's not a gun. Angie Racono, KCTV5 News.